note, I'd like to invite our special guest today to deliver the keynote in the person of the Honorable Samuel Jinapor, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, with concurrent responsibility for Ministry of Trade and Industry. Thank you.
So, as the CEO rightly pointed out, the President is appointed a Minister for Trade and Industry, but he's not been sworn in yet. So I'm still carrying this onerous burden of managing two ministries. So I'm here in my joint capacity as Lands and Natural Resources and Trade and Industry. And I want to, on this note, acknowledge the presence of our very respected chairman of the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, my very capable Chief Executive Officer of Giadec, the board chair of VALCO, Managing Director of the Volta Aluminium Company, representatives of downstream aluminium industry companies, captains of the aluminium industry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all thank you all for responding positively to our invitation to join us this morning to deliberate on policy options for the downstream aluminium industry in our country. I want to commend highly the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, Giadec, led by its outstanding Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Michael Ansah, and their partners, particularly the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Overseas Development Institute, for putting together this important workshop. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, though first discovered in our country in 1914, bauxite mining in our country began in the 1940s with the establishment of the Ghana Bauxite Company by the British Aluminium Company. The colonial government's policy for bauxite mining, apart from revenue accruing to government, was largely targeted at making the British Empire self-sufficient in war times. Accordingly, our bauxite was mined and exported in its raw state. Following our independence, as many of you may be aware, attempts were made to build an integrated aluminium industry with the construction of the Akosombo Dam and the Volta Aluminium Company, VALCO, the second largest smelter in sub-Saharan Africa. But there was a major missing link, the absence of a refinery. Thus, although we had bauxite and a smelter, we had to export our bauxite and import refined bauxite, that is alumina, for VALCO to smelt into aluminium. This obviously was not sustainable and hindered any attempt to create an integrated aluminium industry in our country. Undoubtedly, the real value of our mineral resources lies in value addition. For example, while bauxite sells around $40 to $60 per metric ton, refined bauxite, alumina, sells for over $400 per metric ton, and primary aluminium produced from the alumina goes for $2,000 per metric ton. With an estimated bauxite resource base of over 900 million metric tons, we are told by the experts that developing an integrated aluminium industry can create over 2 million sustainable jobs and generate over $1 trillion in revenue for our country. Apart from job creation and revenue generation, a fully integrated aluminium industry will build local expertise through the transfer of technology and contribute to government's industrialization agenda and infrastructure development. Building such an integrated industry requires planning and long-term investment. Unfortunately, our failure over the years to put in place a mechanism for developing this integrated industry has deprived us of the much-needed revenue that will accrue from these resources. It is for this reason that in 2018, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, took that bold decision to establish by an act of parliament the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, Giadec, to promote and develop an integrated aluminium industry here in our country. In accordance with this mandate, Giadec in 2019 developed a master plan for the industry, which focused mainly on the upstream industry, that is mining, refining, and smelting. This master plan led to the launch of a 4-project agenda in September 2021 to expand the existing mine in Awaso and add a refinery, develop 3 additional mines in Yinahini, in Pasaso, and Chebi, together with refineries, and modernize and retrofit VALCO to smelt alumina produced in Ghana. The implementation of this 4-project agenda is expected to optimize production in the upstream industry. Already, the Ghana Bauxite Company in Awaso, which is now wholly Ghanaian-owned, has been revamped, and work is ongoing to increase production from 1.4 million tons per annum to 5 million tons per annum. But developing an integrated industry does not stop at the upstream. There is, therefore, the need to develop the downstream industry to ensure the entire value chain of the industry has adequate linkages to other sectors of the economy. And that is why we have gathered here today to discuss policy options and forge a plan that will ensure that our bauxite, which we will convert to alumina and subsequently to aluminium, will be converted into high-value aluminium products such as cans, food packaging, vehicle components, and building materials for both local and international consumption. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all those who have worked tirelessly to bring this program this far, including the Ministries of Trade and Industry, Railway Development, Energy, Transport, Water and Sanitation, and Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, as well as the Minerals Commission and the Forestry Commission. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, it bears emphasizing that government's policy to add value to our natural resources for the benefit of the Ghanaian people is not only limited to bauxite. The Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation, Giadec, is also promoting the development of an integrated iron and steel industry, while we continue to engage relevant stakeholders for the establishment of a London Bullion Marketing Association, LBMA certified refinery for our gold resources. Indeed, for our green minerals, commonly referred to as, quote, the minerals of the future, end quote, including lithium, government has committed to pursue a path that fosters optimal socio-economic development by effective and efficient exploitation, generating value-added benefits along the full value chain, and creating backward, forward, and side stream linkages with other sectors of the economy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, there's no better time to establish this integrated industry than now. Today, there are 6 vehicle original equipment manufacturers with assembly plants in our country, producing 9 different brands of vehicles for both domestic and international markets. This creates a ready market for the aluminium downstream industry. And as host of the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area, producers of finished aluminium products have access to a market of 1.2 billion people and can use Ghana as a launch pad to reach the rest of the continent and beyond. This is why we must work even harder to proceed with our tireless efforts at constructing a fully integrated aluminium industry in Ghana. With the diverse expertise gathered here today, government is confident that you will come up with policy options and plans to build a robust, functioning, and vibrant downstream aluminium industry that contributes meaningfully to our national economy. Under the distinguished and outstanding leadership of President Akufo-Addo, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources will continue to work with all stakeholders to build here in our country an integrated aluminium industry and ensure beneficiation and value addition to all our natural resources for the benefit of the Ghanaian people, the true owners of these minerals. And on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I have a singular honor to declare the 2-day workshop on downstream aluminium industry duly open. I wish you fruitful deliberations and look forward to the outcome of this workshop. I thank you for your attention.